Okay, Shalom, Kahala, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rachakodash. Double honors unto the apostles of GMS who rule well, and salutations unto Joachim and Aquathium that do take heed, in sincerity and in truth. Alright, I'm coming back again. Alright, I'm going to deal with this word, guide. Alright, because it's a very good word. There's a lot of scriptures on the word guide I'm going to get into as well. And basically, the brief summary of this lesson is the Most High is your guide. He's your guide through this dark place. We're in a dark place, man. We're in Babylon the Great. Babylon goes back to the Hebrew word Babal, meaning confusion. So this is a dark, confused place. All right, and the Lord, He's the light. But when you look up the word guide as a noun, which is a person, place, or thing, right? One who shows the way, from Old French, right? In book titles from 1610s, meaning book of information on local sites. All right, now when you look it up as a verb, right? Late 14th century, to lead, direct, conduct, from Old French guider, to guide, lead, conduct, right? From Frankish witten or witan, show the way, right? From Proto-Germanic wittenen, to look after, guard, ascribe to, reproach, to show, point out. Old English witten, to reproach, right? Basically from PIE, wid, or wide, meaning to see, right? So who do we see from? Who shows us the way? It's the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, right? That's who shows us the way. So in knowing that, we have to understand what is His way. It's these scriptures, man. It's the laws, the statutes, the history, the traditions, the ceremonies. I'm gonna go to. There's a few scriptures, right? So I'm gonna start in the book of Jeremiah 3:1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Because if a woman commits adultery upon you, you can't take that woman back. That's just defilement, man. It says, shall not the land be greatly polluted? But this is really a parable. This is what we did to the Most High. But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, which is these other nations. Yet return again to me, saith the Lord Yahweh. Lift up thine eyes unto the high places, and see where thou hast not been lying with. In the ways hast thou sat for them, as the Arabian in the wilderness, and thou hast polluted the land with thy whoredoms, and with thy wickedness. Right? Which we took upon these other customs, and we started doing these other customs like these other nations, which the Most High forbade, man, because they lack wisdom, they lack understanding. These laws, man, from the dietary to the Sabbath, how you rest, to the moon phases, all this wisdom, man. I used to work with this guy from Somalia, and he told me that in Somalia, in this country, that they go by the moon. They don't have a calendar. They actually go by phases of the moon. And he says certain people can just look at the moon and know the time of the month. So that's an ancient thing. That's actually an ancient thing from the scriptures. That's wisdom, man. That's from the Most High, right? Because the word month derives actually from the word moon, right? So that wisdom is from the Most High, right? So it says, Verse 3, therefore the showers have been withholden, and there hath been no latter rain, and thou hadst Horus's forehead, thou refusest to be ashamed. Wilt thou not from this time cry unto me, Father, or my Father, thou art the guide of my youth? Will he reserve his anger forever? Will he keep it to the end? Behold, thou hast spoken and done evil things as thou couldest. See? So, basically, man, it goes back to that scripture in the book of Micah, if I'm not mistaken, about hast thou not loved, wherein hast thou loved us, right? I don't believe it's the book of Micah. It might be the book of Malachi. Yeah, so the first chapter. I'm not going to go to it, but it's the first chapter. But Israelites, Jake asks, wherein hast thou loved us, man? The Most High doesn't love us. We're getting jacked up, right? But his salvation is for a number, man. It's for an elect number, a chosen number. Okay, now I'm going to look up the word guide now in the scriptures, and there's a lot of scriptures that have this word. This is Psalms 25:9. It says, the meek will he guide in judgment, and the meek will he teach his way. So what is that? Showing the way, right? Which we looked up the etymology of guide, which is show the way. And there's a lot of other scriptures, man. Right? Psalms 112:5, a good man showeth favor and lendeth, he will guide his affairs with discretion. And how does a man guide his ways with discretion? From the law. Because prudence means to divide, right? You dividing right from wrong. That's wisdom. A person in the world, man, or other customs, some of them are just crazy, man. Like when you look up Dionysus and the Roman gods of the word is slipping me, of reveling, just being crazy, man. Like I was just meditating on this like a week ago, like when you watch the movie Scorpion King, they actually were in the city of I believe it was Sodom, or either Sodom or Gomorrah, and basically it was just reveling, man. People did whatever the spirit of Aleister Crowley, do as thou wilt shall be the whole of the law, right? So it's just madness, man. Right? Psalms 32:8, I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee with mine eye. And one thing about Jake is rebellious. Right? Jake doesn't want guidance or really reproach, right? Because that was one of the definitions in the etymology of guide. Reproach. Jake doesn't want to be instructed or reproved. Reprove means retested, reproven. Right? Like something you believe, Christmas. Like I used to believe Christmas was a great day that made you happy. But then you get reproved, you get retested, man. No, that day is a pagan day, man. It's woven in the sneakiness, the devilishness, the word devil, el diablo, meaning deceive, of that is what? Oh, the family time and all these things. But what is the symbology? The Christmas tree, the man, I don't even know what the hell it's called. The ring, not the ring, but the circle thing you hang. These are all symbolic pagan customs. That's been woven into Christianity from 325 AD from Constantine, right? He was actually a pagan, but he took Christianity, so to speak, or the followers of the anointed, right? And he created this so-called religion called really Catholicism, which was woven into one. Universal, that's what it means, right? So we got to go back to the scriptures, man. And I'm going to also read Luke, right, 1. And this is talking about the Lord. This is Luke 1:76. And thou, child, shalt be called the prophet of the highest, for thou shalt go before the face of the Lord to prepare his ways, to give knowledge of salvation unto his people by the remission of their sins, through the tender mercy of our power, whereby the dayspring from on high hath visited us. See the showers on high. And the Lord said before there would be no latter rain, because it's talking about really physically first too, because of the famine, the drought. When you have no rain, man, you got Elijah cursed the land, man. And there was, what was it, 3 years of no rain. That was a bad time, man. If you got no rain for even a year or two, you got no crop. Drought, man. That's a real drought. Jake's talking about drought. You guys ain't eating, man. It says, Salakia, verse 79, to give light to them that sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, to guide our feet into the way of peace. Right? So what does the word gospel mean? It means peace. Right? So to give light to them that sit in darkness, we're in darkness. We were in darkness, and we're showing our people the light. And in the shadow of death, does not it say in the book of Psalms 23 that though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, right, I shall fear no thing, which we can get as well. But Jake always reads that scripture. They don't understand it. It's talking about America. It's talking about Babylon the Great, because a valley is a low place. In the valley of the shadow of death, a shadow is what? A shadow follows you. So what does that mean? You're in a low meaning morality and customs and laws, and just everything is upside down in this place. And the shadow of death, man, death follows you in this place. Right? Death starts with first what? Sin. And then the physical act, man. This place is full of death. Skull and bones and all that. These people worship that stuff, man. It's yeah, that was it. That was it on that. I had a scripture in the Apocrypha. This is Ecclesiasticus 20. I'll start at 30. It says, wisdom that is hid and treasure that is hoarded up, what profit is it in them? Both. Better is he that hideth his folly than a man that hideth his wisdom. Right? If you have wisdom in due season, right, meaning in tune, you can't just be saying random things at random times just to sound wise. But if you have actual wisdom in due time, like it comes up, okay, now it's due, then you have to bring it forth. Just like a melody. You can't break the tune, you can't break the note, you can't break the rhythm, right? Verse 32, necessary patience in seeking the Lord is better than he that leadeth his life without a guide. Going back to guide, man. It all goes back to guide. Who shows us the way, man? The Lord Yahweh, the supreme being, man, whom all praises is due and all worship. He hath he hath given his power unto his son, his only begotten son, Yahushua, whom is also to be all praised and worship, man. And people don't understand that, man. Kal halal la Yahweh b'Hashem Yahushai. So it says necessary patience, because this thing takes suffering. This thing takes overcoming tribulations and different scenarios and all kinds of things. And that was really it on that. So, I hope whoever was meant to be edified is. And I want to say Kahala la Yahweh b'Hashem Yahushai b'Hashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors unto the apostles, the GMS who do well, who I learned this truth from. And salutations, and may Yahweh b'Hashem Yahushai increase you, brothers and sisters, faith in this thing, which is all about faith. All right? Faith and talents, and bringing it forth. All right? So with that, Lord's will, I say shalom till next time.